Okay, cool. Hey everybody, it's Bob Schwartz at the Home Business Advertiser. I'm really excited to just do this quick Facebook live call, and we're going to record this and email it out to everybody on the Home Business Advertiser list. I've got my really good friend Troy McKnight on the phone with us. Troy, I knew Troy about 20 years ago. He had placed some full page ads in a magazine called Home Business Connection. I got to know him a little bit then, and we haven't talked in a long, long time. And then we bumped into each other through a guy named Dr. Stan Harris, Dr. Breakthrough, who's just an incredible guy. And I got started working with Troy again. He placed a half page ad in our magazine. Thank you very much. And then also started buying our 3 leads a day, which is something we have, 3leadsaday.com. And I was talking to him yesterday. He's like, hey, let me reorder for this month. And I said, well, cool. How's it going? Like, tell me the good, the bad, the ugly. I just want like really honest feedback. And he started telling me like all these success stories that he's having where he's texting people. And I don't want to go ahead of him on this, but I do want to say thank you, Troy, for being on the phone with me here. And I'm just going to ask you like straight out, like you're buying these leads, you're working these leads, you're advertising. If people aren't having success with these leads, what are they doing wrong or what are you doing right?
What it is, Bob, you know, when you buy leads, you always got to look at it like if you calling them, that's fine. But I only want to spend my time with people that's really serious, right? Because you both know as you advertise, you get people that ain't that serious. They just kind of curious. Mm-hmm. So one of the things I do with your 3 leads a day, you know, if I actually send them out, let's say, you know, if I get 3 leads today, right? Then I get 3 leads tomorrow. Well, the 3 today, they're going to get a text message. And the 3 tomorrow, they're going to get a text message. And when I do that, I usually get 2 of them that actually raise their hand and get in the funnel. And once they're in the funnel, like I got a guy getting ready to sign up today from something else, right? Well, he's been in the funnel for over a year where they constantly getting information. So like your 90 leads that you're giving people a month, people got to understand that they got to like text them. And that way they can sort out the people that's curious from serious. I don't know if that makes sense to a lot of people. So I'll give you an example. So if I get 3 leads today, right? When I get my 3 leads, they probably already came in. First thing I'm going to do is be like, I shoot a text kind of similar like this. And if you guys want the script that I used, just message me or message Bob and we'll get it to you. It'll be like, hey, Bob, this is Troy McKnight. I'm reaching out to you because you responded to an ad about you was interested in starting a business from home. Or you was open to learn. I usually say you was open to learn some information about maybe starting a home business. And that's it. I just keep it. And then I have a link. And I say, if you still open, click here. And when they click there, it takes them to a capture page. And you know, you saw my page, Bob. Yeah. It takes them literally to that page. They put their name and email. Then it takes them to a presentation.
All right, so you're not calling them or emailing them. So you get 3 leads today. You're going to text them, and I didn't write that script down, but you said that we can message you to get a copy of that script or message me. You text them a message just to raise their curiosity. What does it say again?
It'll be like, hey, Bob, this is Troy McKnight. I'm reaching out to you because you responded to one of my ads about starting a home business. Right. And if you're still open, here's, click here. So it's really short. And when they click there, it goes to that capture page. You know, with the capture page, say, hey, if you're looking at 10x your income, blah, 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 whatever. And then they put your email here. And then once they put their name and email there, then they go to my business overview.
Okay. So, and I'm looking at your lead capture site is www.teamupwithtroy.com. So First you get the lead, you text them, hey, are you open to learn about my business opportunity or whatever? And they say yes or no, whatever, yes. And then you send them to www.teamupwithtroy.com. And then at that point, you capture a lead again, right? Or no? Or how does that work? He goes into your autoresponders.
Yeah, so it's basically I catch the lead again. Because the thing about it is, Bob, because you've been doing this a long time. And I think if, the old way, we used to just dial for dollars. We would sit there and dial, get a lot of people, talking crazy to us, hanging up on us while you calling.
Right, exactly.
I remember them days. I don't want to deal with them days no more.
No, me neither.
This is, man, we got 2020. We got all kinds of social platforms, right?
Right.
So what I do is it's basically a double opt-in lead at that time because they already opted into something you had out online, right?
Right.
And then when I send that text message, then they opt into my funnel, right? But through the funnel, I'm building a relationship with them because the way mine set up is they see that capture page, right? when they go to that page, before they see my presentation, they get a message from me. It's a recorded message. And then they click a link and they go to my business overview, right? But we know as marketers, most people got to see something between 7 and 12 times before they make a decision.
That's right.
So the goal is to get them in the funnel, because once they're in the funnel, probably like 2 times a week, they're going to get an email from me, right? It's a follow-up email. And as you doing 90 leads a month, because it's 3 a day, right?
Right.
Well, if you work the leads, let's say out of 90, let's say if you get 40 of them that opt into your funnel every month, right? And them people are going to be following you. If you set your funnel up right, you're going to eventually start getting people to raise their hand and say, hey, Bob, I want to know more about your business. It's way better to me than sitting up there dialing people, because I'm able to sort. I'm able to just spend my time, and you know, whoever looking at this, you guys are able to spend your time talking to quality people, because Bob, the leads that Bob is offering they great leads. But it's just like anything else. You got to be able to have a system in place where you work and where to your benefit, where you're not wasting your time.
Right. And that's a good point. I know I have had people, we've had about 250 subscribers to the 3 leads a day, which I'm totally grateful for. And a lot of that has come from referrals. But I do have people almost every day, like somebody will call up and be like, oh, I want to cancel my subscription. And I say, why? Tell me about your system. What's your sales process? And they'll say, well, I'm calling every one of these leads and they're not calling me back. Or when they pick up the phone, they say, I never filled out a form or something like that. And I think that's common. A lot of times when somebody, you know, gets on the phone and it's a stranger at that point, they're like, well, why is this guy calling me? You know what I mean? And hey, you filled out my form. What, you know, like you owe me something or I owe you something. It's not like that. So I like your approach so much better. You're texting them, you know, you're getting their permission to send them more information. Out of like 90 leads, like realistically, how many can they realistically expect to like take the next step?
Out of 90, you probably gonna get between 10 and 20 in your funnel.
Okay. And that works for you and your team, right? I mean, if you're getting 10 or 20 out of 90, and then maybe 1 or 2 of those people end up, or 3 people have a really good engagement, right? And that's something I'm hoping. I mean, the reason we did the 3 leads a day was not just, you know, for the big group leader, but it's for everybody to have a little bit of a system. I know that they're going to be using Facebook and they're going to be using, you know, all the social media platforms. But in addition to that, hey, take 15 minutes a day to work, you know, the 3 leads a day, and then tell your people how to do the same. Because I mean, what do you feel like going on right now in the warm market? Like people used to always talk about warm market. Is that where it's at right now? Like, I don't know.
Me personally, I think you got to approach your warm market, but I don't think you can build a big business going through your warm market.
Okay.
I learned a long time ago from a marketer. It's easy to market to people that's looking for what you have. If I call Bob and Bob is happy with his job, right? And I'm trying to convince you to do my business, you're not gonna hold no interest. But if I reach out to somebody that responded to one of your, you know, like one of your leads responded to something online about a business, right? It's easier to actually get them interested in what I have to offer, right? Because but the thing about it is, I think what people get confused about leads, right? But people buy you first.
Yeah.
So you gotta have a system where you taking them through where they building a relationship with you. Because they gotta trust you, just like you got good. The leads are amazing. The leads are good. I don't care, but if you're not willing to let the people get to know you, they're not gonna become your business partner. They're not gonna become your customer. Right. And just like you use the example of the power of numbers. Let's say if you got 10 people in your business, right, and each one of them is getting 3 leads a day, and if you teach them how to work it right. Eventually you're gonna start having people come a part of your team every day. Sorry about the dog barking.
No, it's okay. We're working from home.
Yeah.
Well, here's a question for you. So, and I hear what you're saying about the leads are good. You said they're great, but the leads could be really, really great. And if you're not doing the things that you're kind of doing, they're not going to be worth the money anyway. So you do have to market yourself and teach them who you are and build trust and likability. I think a lot of times people go in with like a sledgehammer and just expect them to join right away when it just doesn't happen, right?
Bob, just check this out. I bought real-time leads back in the day. You know, when most cutting-edge media, and real-time leads, you're talking about $4-5 a lead.
Yeah.
And, you know, that was back in the day. And guess what? If I bought 100 real-time leads, man, I might sign one person.
Mm-hmm. Right, and you spent $400 or $500 instead of $39.
Yeah, and I was calling them back then. I didn't want no funnels. We didn't use stuff like this. We had to dial, and even at that point when we was calling, we still had to build a relationship within that first 2 to 3 minutes where they trust us to want to do business with us, or want to take the next step to get on a conference call back then, or want to sit down with us over a cup of coffee or something like that. It's still, it all boils down to relationships. It all boils down to that you got to have a lead source. You got to have a source where you getting leads, where you getting people that's interested in starting a business. And then you got to have a system in place to be able to work them leads. Because guess what? If I sign Bob, or you sign me in the business today, right, Bob? And I've been doing this for 17 years, and all my warm market know that I do this. So let's say if I hadn't had no success in 17 years, my people looking at me like, man, Troy, I'm not gonna do that. And this could be for anybody out there, right?
Right, exactly.
I'm already, if I don't have if you don't have a lead source for me, if you don't have something to solve my problem or put me in front of people and teaching me how to talk to people that want what I have, guess what? I'm still not gonna have no success.
Right. No, that's a good point. Really good point. All right. Well, listen, we're coming up on about 12 or 13 minutes. I want to ask people to either friend Troy so you can message him. If you do want to get a copy of that script, if you do want to get some leads, go to my website, 3leadsaday.com. And then if you did want to see what Troy's landing page looks like, which is a really good page, no matter what company you're in, I mean, you can copy what he's doing, or if you're looking for an opportunity, get a hold of him, because these are really good guys, a good trainers, a humble servant. I love Troy. Go to www.teamupwithtroy.com or message him to get a free copy of that script. And he's a really nice guy. He's always looking out for you. He's not looking out for himself. So Troy, any last words before we wrap up today?
The honest thing I can say, guys, if you're looking at this and you're really serious about building a business in network marketing or the home business arena, you got to have leads. I mean, really truthful. And one thing I can say about Bob, he's really genuine and he's putting the best out there, and he's willing to help you. You can get him on the phone and be like, hey, Bob, what about this? What about that? Me and him was talking yesterday and he was like, Troy, could you come on and share with, how the leads are working for you? Guys, the leads work. I mean, 3 leads a day. And if you're looking at my page and you're not friends with Bob, make sure you friend Bob. If you're interested in running, adding this magazine, shoot him a message. If you're looking for the 3 leads a day, like I said, you just got to look at the numbers. If it's 10 of you, if you can get 10 of your team to actually get 10 leads a day and you teach them how to reach out to these people, your business is going to grow. I mean, really going to explode.
Amen. I like that. So thank you so much. All right, Troy. So we'll wrap up. Hopefully we can do this again really, really soon. So thank you so much. We'll talk to you on the other side.
All right. God bless, bro.
God bless you.